Okay, it was a problem with the volume knob. Okay, fixed now. Hello. Welcome back everybody to more East 4. Memories of I forgot what joke we're on. Calcutta. Calcutta, welcome back. We have just gotten back a critical party member. We still need to get Ozma back. But after that, we can explore and go into the Jade Caverns, which is an area that opened up. Doing pretty good, Shockstorm. Pretty good. Just did the two main towns in the game, went back, did a bunch of mini side quests for Adel before we reunited back up. And so I'm going to be in the process of trying to get Ozma so we can go to the Jade Cavern and continue the game from there. But how have you been doing? I'm surprised. The game is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I would have probably beaten two Ease games by now, and just in the amount of time that I put forth. But so far, things have been going pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get everything booted back up. We're going to wait till we get... I know we're comfortably past the new story segments, because I've got some Lunar stuff to discuss. Because I played the October 13th, 1988 prototype, not fully, just like enough to start at the very beginning, and so I have some onions about it. Not much, mind you. I only got to the White Dragon Cavern, so I don't have a whole lot of big earth-shattering reveals. Hey, if it isn't Adel and Durin, welcome back. Thanks to you, there hasn't been any poison in the river at all for quite a while. We still haven't managed to catch the culprit, though. I'm not too surprised. He didn't seem like the type to make it easy for anyone. There have been others coming and going here too, aside from you guys. Right now, that Leo fellow who's been here once before is inside the village. He keeps complaining about how he wants to cross the river. Since you're here, you should go see Ozma. I'm sure he'd be thrilled for the visit. Let's go, Adel, to Ozma's place first. We should introduce Karna too while we're here. Okay, we just warped there. Oh, so this is Ozma's house. Yeah, he's really young, yet he's the village leader. Really serious guy. Is that you, Adel? I'm pleased to see you again. Actually, there is something I wish to discuss with you. What a coincidence. Oh, you had something to discuss with me as well? Please make yourselves comfortable. Join our crew. So you found a way to cross over into the primeval lands, then? Yeah, apparently Adel managed to make it over there once already before he lost his memories. At least, that looks to be the case. Can't say anything for sure until we've been over there ourselves. But in order to make it across the river, we'll need to find the entrance to the ruin mentioned in his old notebook. What's wrong?
No.
Nothing at all. My apologies. Adel, I have had something on my mind ever since I last saw you. As you know, I was never told the real secret of the Spartas. You mean the reason they're treated as sacred beasts? Indeed. Yet despite never being told, I feel it is my duty and perhaps my destiny to know the answer. My family is no longer with us, however, so it is conceivable I may never be able to learn the truth. Still, I desire to know. I wish to unearth the secret my mother and father protected for so long. Ozma. The sacred beasts are said to have come from the primeval lands, as I previously noted, so he wants to go there. Makes sense. Naturally, there's no guarantee I will find the answers I seek there, and I do apologize for making such a selfish request, but I must go to the primeval lands no matter the risks. So with no one to tell you the answers, you want to go on a journey and find them yourself, huh?
Hey.
I don't know the whole story here, but I definitely understand exactly how you feel. It's like if you just stay in your village and pass up this chance, you'll know you'll end up regretting it later. So if this journey is what you want to do, you should do it. You don't have to always wonder what might have been. Right, Adel? Karna's right. Yeah, that's actually really sound advice. Better to have tried and failed than never to have tried at all. Though in Adel's case, I seriously think he's motivated solely by curiosity for the unknown. It's hard to believe he's even a real person, or at least a real person older than 5 or so. That's so true. Just give it your all, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And even then, there's always something to learn from every failure, so chin up. This will be a good journey. I'm happy to have you with us, Asma.
Yes.
And I you, Karna. And so Asma explained to the people of Selray with some difficulty that he was departing on a journey. They seemed hesitant to accept this at first, but soon realized that they had depended on him for far too long and wished him well. Almost read 2 fars, but it was 4. I believe all of my preparations are now complete. It feels strange to be leaving my home on a journey for the first time. Oh, believe me, I know right where you're coming from. It's a big mix of excitement and nervousness. Your stomach's in knots, your heart's pumping right out of your chest. I think Asma is probably more concerned about his responsibilities. What are you implying? What'll happen to the Spartans while you're away? I thought you were the only one who could look after them. There's another in the village who can take care of their basic needs. That is all she can do, but it should be sufficient. Normally, even that would be forbidden by the laws of my tribe, however. Ah, right. I like the gameplay. I like the battles. I like the rolling. The boss fights have been fun. I don't like the map completion as a focus of the game. They're not incentivizing me enough to care about the map. I don't think it's fun to explore every single nook and cranny. It's kind of something that they try to reward you, but I don't find the rewards interesting. But overall, I mean, the critical test of any real game, in my opinion, I think gameplay is always going to be like ranking up pretty high. So it's a functional passing game to me. It's just that my main concerns happen to be the story and their emphasis on map completion that I think is bringing his score down a little bit. But overall, it's still going to score around where the other E's scored, which is comfortably in the 70s. So, again, a good recommendation overall. I've marked where I believe it is located on your map, should you need to confirm its location. All right, Adel, you ready for this? Let's set off. Plus, I have no idea what the game is going to do from this point forward. At some point, we're going to have to leave the forest, because we know the tower's a thing. The tower's always a thing in Ease. Open the camp, select the party. This is the character removed from the party and a character to add, unless you will be switched. Alright. Well, Asma, we don't need you. I think the exit was this way. Yes, this looks right. All right. So I think we have a bit of free time here for me to just kind of talk and explain things while we're rolling to our next destination. So I can kind of launch into what I did the other day. So I did play the prototype of Lunar, the Silver Star Story Complete edition from October of 1998. This was the prototype that was released before the final version. I haven't fully played it, and quite honestly, I don't know how much of the game is actually in there, because the one thing that you notice immediately with the prototype is it's exactly 1 disc, and Silver Star Story Complete was 2 discs. So immediately you know that there's some sort of a change in what they ended up doing between this build and the final build. But other versions of the game also had it down to 1 disc. Like if you look at the Saturn, it's down to 1 disc also. I had saw on Internet Archive. Give me a minute here. Let me get this if I can get it pulled up. And this isn't like you can download it from this, but it's not like one of those sketchy download places. It's from Internet Archive, so it's not going to break your browser to click on this. They're on archive.org. They have the information for the prototype of Lunar, Silver Star, and I was just curious what they changed. The opening is different. It's a different rendition of Wings by the singer compared to the normal rendition that we are typically hearing. It's not about Lunar Remastered. This is actually this is just something from them regarding. This is wholly independent. This was added well before the remaster. I don't know anything about the difficulty and whether they undid the difficulty changes. I'm going to assume they will. There's a lot of stuff that they can't possibly keep with Working Designs that Working Designs did. Like Gypsy Magic, that's got to disappear. Jessica saying, "At least I went to school, you dumb bastard." That's probably gone. The town of incest, haha hicks that like to have sex with each other. That's got to change. Like that can't be in Lunar anymore. I mean, I don't know what kind of changes they're ultimately going to adapt to this remaster, but there's like a number of things that I wouldn't mind them getting rid of. Like the difficulty settings being readjusted would be heavily welcome. But no, this is a prototype of the game that we got on the PlayStation 1 before it was actually finalized. So there's, again, a new rendition of Wings that never made it to the final cut. There's also a different translation that's different from the final version. I was thinking there might have been like a couple of lines that were changed, but there were more than I thought. Like a number of lines. I feel like it's a more authentic translation, and then working designs went a little bit more fruity towards the end. Yeah, I know about all of that. I know about the fact that they changed all of the difficulties and buffed everything. For whatever reason, the prototype does not have a difficulty buff. So sometime between the prototype version and the final difficulty, the final version, they buffed the difficulty. They also didn't program enemy overworld movement yet, because this was the era of seeable lunar enemies. And so when they'd see you on the overworld, they would traditionally and typically follow you to different locations and different places. But here in this game, they don't. Except for the one enemy you need in the White Dragon Cave to be able to bust open the ice to progress. That's the only enemy that works. Every enemy otherwise will just flitter around aimlessly and not respond to your presence. I don't know if the game's a full game or if it cuts out early, so I still have things to explore. But with Remaster right around the corner, it's going to be tough to motivate myself to play this version of it to completion when I know I'm just going to have to play Lunar Silver Star Story Complete again, just in like less than half a year. So I don't know, but I mean it was definitely interesting to play that version. Where am I meant to go? There's like nothing here, right? Yeah, there's nothing in here. Hold on. Jade Cave. Okay, exit the forest, make my way back to the entrance of Cell Ray, then head north. Oh, was this always here? Was this path always open? Okay, so there's nothing in this cave at all. I'm just wasting time. Well, at least they told the Lunar story. But yeah, I'm very excited to re-experience Lunar. Although I've experienced Silver Star, even though I haven't played Silver Star Story Complete in like 20... oh god, it's got to have been like 23... Like what, 22... 20... About 22, 23... No, 20... Probably 21 to 22 years since I've played it. But it doesn't matter, because I've seen like 4 people play it to completion. Alex, of course, played the Saturn version. Teishi played it, and I saw her playthrough of that. Space Mousey played it whenever they had an opportunity to stream it. Gilded, back when I watched Gilded as a streamer, they also played it. It's not like I have like completely omitted what the game is like from my memory. I have vicariously experienced it so many times to where I just haven't forgotten it. Yeah, Eternal Blue needed a re-release. They just never got one. They kept re-releasing Silver Star over and over again, and then Silver Star Touch, and then Silver Star Touch some more, because even the Android version got an update. Was this always here? I don't feel like this was always here. How would I have missed it? Oh, we've been here. We just couldn't go any further, I think, for some reason. Ah, too slow. I was in the middle of an attack. Oh, he gets EXP even when he's not in my active party. That's pretty interesting. I'm curious about the trophies. They've got one of them's got to be tied to the bromides, and I'm wondering if the bromides are going to be the working designs changes. I doubt it. I think it's going to be the original Japanese version of Silver Star Story complete, and not the North American. I can look at these other paths at my own time. Let's just try to figure out where the game wants me to go. Oh. According to Adel's journal, the entrance to the underground ruin should be around here. Adel came here pretty recently, right? Is something the matter? Are you hungry? I don't get it. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Probably just overthinking. Okay, let's see if we can find something that looks like an entrance. There's probably a trophy tied towards like not letting Lake help you at the very, very beginning if you get through the 3 battles without his help. I'm sure they're probably gonna do like a trophy for that. That seems like prime trophy material. So we need to look for an alternate way to get in. Oh, or not, or just look at this thing harder. What's this? As it appears to be a unique mechanism. Without knowing its function, however, we should exercise caution. Hold on, I think I've seen this somewhere before. You have not seen it anywhere before. That's right, it was in Adel's notebook. There was a picture in there that looks just like this. Adel took out his journal. Let's see. My camera's blocking. Hold on, wait. Okay, so it's a literal T-shape. Got it. Here we go, right here. The pattern of differently shaded diamonds is indeed strikingly similar to the picture here. Alright, Adel, time to get thinking. Underground Ruins Puzzle. Select a diamond-shaped depression and press the circle button to light, unlight the depression as well as the adjacent depressions. Oh, it's like a blackout thing. Got it. Let's see. No, that won't do it. Keep getting right there. Okay, let me start over. Alright, so we start with a single dot. So if I put this, if I do that, it'll put that there. Then the bottom would delete these two. The left would delete these and let these two up then. So, okay. Yeah. Better to just kind of start from the beginning than just try to untangle myself from whatever mess I put myself in. It opened. So that was the solution. I've never seen such a thing as this before. Come on, everybody. Let's see what's inside. Underground ruins. 2 levels. One over here and up and one down. Oh, there's a statue. It's too empty here. Where does this warp to? We can warp to Selray? Okay, we have a quick access back to town if we need it. There's also the Sacred Beast Lair. And that's it. That's all we can warp to.
Leave it to me.
Let's go.
Ada, look at that statue. I've seen a statue like this before. There's been exactly one I saw like this. It was in the mine. It was in the mine that we were in. Yeah, Kasnia. You said you heard a voice coming from it? Who'd have thought we'd find another one like it here? I've seen a statue like this near Komodo too. It said that many hundreds of years ago there was a giant settlement in this area, large enough to be called the Kingdom. A kingdom? Say, Adel, didn't you say you heard something like that from Remnos too? Said it exists about 800 years. Oh, like I'm gonna remember. Really? You gonna quiz me? Like, it's been like, what, a couple of days since I even learned this? 800. That's right, 800 years ago. Good. Because like a 900 would be ridiculous, preposterous even. He was really fascinated by stories of it and always trying to research more about it as an inspiration for his poems. Although he wound up researching it in private since Father and I were criticizing him just a little too much. So these are the remains of ancient kingdom then. They might be connected to the primeval land. That was a good sentence. They may be connected to the primeval lands as well. Okay, what are we waiting for? Probably for me to hydrate myself. Okay, there's the winged statue. We'll save, just because we haven't saved all stream. Always a good idea. New music. Oh, I'm frozen. Acidic liquid, that's new. We got a ruby. We can jump in the water, it looks like. And surface and dive. I have to be careful exploring every nook and cranny because it's probably going to be like every other major dungeon, which has had me pick up the fragments of the wall. Probably in that. Oh, I have to address this guy first. Oh, hunter knives. Well, I mean, they are just better. Oh, they're DX. Okay, so they're just better in general.
My turn. Let's go. Leave it to me.
Weird Pro Q, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the watch streak. What am I fighting? No idea who these enemies are. Looks like we can go to the sides here. Oh, you did? Okay, I remember a brief discussion about that earlier. Oh, they're archers. Goblin archers. Well, that was... I hit none of them. That's incredible. I don't think we can actually even... Yeah, we can't even go in the water here. I don't know how we get to the higher level. That's something we'll probably worry about a little later.
My turn. Let's go.
Ha! Yes, admire the bridge. Alright, let's go. That takes us to the next screen transition of some kind. We won't go there quite. Oh my. I picked the worst time to reach that. Hold on a minute. Chaos solo attempt tonight, even Echoes of Wisdom. Well, good luck with that. Yeah, it's amazing how quickly you can get through that game on Pixel Remaster. Even without the quality of life changes, I feel like, you know, I think you're past the worst of, like, the death traps of, like, your solo run. Ice Cave, I feel like, is probably one of the worst areas you could have gone through, and you did. I do have a watch-along, but I'll try to catch it, assuming you're still going live. I'll be off probably in about 2 hours, and after I go through the watch-along, I should be able to catch your stream. Spirit Cape. When equipped, HP slowly regenerates while still. Well, that's pretty good. Is that a... What's the word I'm looking for? Artifact? It is. Okay. We'll need that later, probably. Probably will need that now. Yeah, another one. I'll definitely need it. So we'll just have to hang around. Oh, okay, we'll just have to be completely still. Yeah, sure was the bridge from earlier. Yeah, we just all stood and stared at it. I always find that funny. It's like, why? We're almost healed. The fact that we got the burn status earlier did kind of suck. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would have felt if this was my first impression of the East series. I don't know if I would have stuck with it. I still think the gameplay is a huge positive, but I don't like the worlds. I don't like the map completion. I'm just not impressed by any of the actual world building aspects of this game. I like the gameplay solely, but there's just so many other things going on in this particular game. It's still going to be, like I said, it's still going to probably be a score in the 70s, but I like East 2 and East 3 more than I like this, but this is definitely better than East 1. Oh, this is the wrong cloak. We need to go to the artifact menu. The scales back on just in case we need them. It's vastly 100% different. Yeah, and I'm sure this remake is 100% different than the one that's on the TurboGrafx CD or PC Engine CD. I'm curious about that one too, but I have no immediate plans to play that after playing this. If I do, it'd probably be sometime 2025 when I have time. Oh boy, they're making me use all of the ones. This is pretty cool. It's dwarfin time. Let's do it. I feel like gameplay is. I like story, but gameplay is the vehicle by which you experience the story. So it can have a really, really good story, but if it's frustrating to play through, you may just end up not experiencing it. When I have played many games because I enjoy the gameplay, even though I don't really care about the story too much. But sometimes a good story can make you go through gameplay you might otherwise not like going through. So it's a hard question, but I value gameplay just a bit more than I would the story. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. But again, we'll see how things go. Yeah, and which is a shame because I like 1 through 3 quite a lot, despite their brevity in size. They should have done what they did in the Mario and Luigi series, though, with having instances where you'd be able to increase your weapon, because they had challenge boots where if you completed challenges, it would increase your power level proportionately. If you want to get me interested in completing a map, have equipment strength tied to completing a map. Don't skip the middleman of giving me money. Just make me more powerful, and I'll be like, okay, I'll fill in whatever you want if it's just gonna make me more powerful than if I ignore it. Yes, it's on normal difficulty. I didn't see the reason to go beast mode on this, just because it's a completely different type of East experience I wasn't used to yet, so I didn't want to do that. Okay, these were just enemies I hadn't defeated before, so I just wanted to at least defeat them to see if they offered anything interesting as a drop. And they don't. So, ignoring them. Okay, we probably should take this off. I have not. In fact, I haven't played a number of Tales games. The only Tales games I played were Tales of Fantasia on the Super Famicom. I also played Tales of Symphonia. And I tried to play Tales of the Abyss, but I don't want to say I graveyarded it, because that's not accurate. I just never got around to completing it. It just got, it just was held in hiatus. And I ended up not being able to complete it. And we were having to use the Spirit Cape a lot in here because of how easily I get burned. So we are just going to take our time with Adel to heal back up. But I feel like I'd like the Tales series. I just haven't played any of the more recent stuff. Nothing since Symphonia. I never even played Symphonia 2. I guess I did play Kero RPG. That's technically a Tales game. It's made by the same studio. It's the exact same combat system. Same developers worked on it. So I guess technically, if you want to be technical, that's the most recent game I played. And it was an import RPG on the DS.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Oh, no kidding. Because I feel like Abyss had like one of the worst. Very whiny, like put Tidus to shame in terms of his whininess. So I'd be very interested to re-experience, because I know I've seen some people. I know I've seen it played. I just don't, not fully. I've seen bits and pieces of it played, but I don't really remember anything about it. Yes, literally everybody keeps telling me that. Like, everyone's of that opinion. Heavy status sucks. Oh, wrong button. This is the map we want. Oh, there's a chest of some kind. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Bitter potion. Excellent character development. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of. I feel like Tales is definitely the game where you're gonna get more if you like characters and character development. I don't really think you're gonna get that in the East series, at least from my experience with it. Oh, you graveyarded it instantly. Wow. Almost like me and Motto, although as I indicated, I just didn't get Motto immediately. You know, I graveyarded it more for like, I don't get this, more than like I actually like hate it. Like, that wasn't my opinion. I see. What was it? It was bronze something. Oh, was it for Adel? Oh, it's technically better, but it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the sword, so it's technically worse until I upgrade it further, so I'm gonna leave it be. I can't make it to the other side yet, so I guess we can't do anything further over here. I guess we can cross the bridge. Or did we cross the... I actually don't even remember what we did. But okay, we need to get the chest. Ruby? Okay, probably... Oh, it's the end of the ruins? There's not even a mid-boss, we're just there. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff we haven't even done yet. Elveron, huh? Okay, we just had to wait for him to fall. What's vulnerable? Oh, is it the front? Gotcha. Wrong way. Okay, not really sure what to do yet. He's probably gonna, yeah, cool off pretty soon. Maybe I was supposed to aim for his weak spot when he slam. Yeah, he's slamming down for an awfully long time. That's my signal. Oh. Don't mind if I do? Okay, too slow. Too high up. I'm just waiting for the boss's dramatic explosion one of these days, like, instantly kill me, but thankfully this isn't one of those games that will do that. So I wonder what that other path was all about, because it looked like there was more, but if I don't need it for actually completing the dungeon, I'm not worried about it. Well, we're out, but where are we? I think I'm probably maybe halfway through. It's hard to tell. The guide still, the game fact still has, like, I'm halfway through the list of places it seems like I need to go to. But there's no idea, I have no idea how long these places actually are, but I might be halfway through. It appears to be a graveyard, and a well-kept one at that. Not quite what I was expecting, so we're in the primeval lands now, right? Look over there. Is that Komodo's great tree? Seems to be, yeah. And if that's over there, then I think we can safely say we made it. These are the primeval lands for sure, right, Adol? Right. Luckily, this game won't end up in there. I don't think there's anything about this game that's graveyard worthy. Like I said, the boss fights, dungeons, and actual, you know, running around and rolling around at the speed of sound is pretty fun. It's just the other stuff that I think is lagging. I don't know, though. I feel kind of let down. After all this, I thought our arrival here would be a little more dramatic. Like we'd all emerge in a stunning new world and shout uncontrollably with glee or something. Ah. No, it's okay, Karna. The moment's passed. No sense forcing it. What is this? What's what? Something wrong with that grave? Did you see a ghost? Do I look like the kind of girl who'd be scared of ghosts? Just look at the gravestone. The gravestone. Here lies Adol. Can't believe we're dead. Adol and the others examined the front of the gravestone. Inscription was carved to its smooth, clean surface. Here lies Adol Kristen. What? I don't remember dying. That's a good line for Adol. There must be kind of mistake. I don't remember dying. Very short and not fleshed out, not in the long tales or Star Ocean words for a meaty game with long scenes. Yeah, no, I get that. This game is more fleshed out. There's no question about that. It's more fleshed out in ways I'm just not used to yet. I think that's why I'm finding it so odd trying to deal with it. I don't think it's doing anything wrong in like its storytelling or presentation. Although I don't like talking to every person and missing a story trigger because they want you to literally talk to everybody. That's a little bit frustrating. But overall, I mean, I don't think they're doing anything egregiously wrong. It's just like it's not like rising its fun level higher for me. Outside of the areas where I'm just rolling around and punching bosses with my sword, which is pretty fun. But unless there's someone else around here who happens to have the exact same name as you, still the fact that there exists a graveyard here at all indicates this side of the river is definitely inhabited, and by all appearances its inhabitants must live quite nearby. Yeah, these flowers are still fresh, and the gravestone itself looks brand new. Not to add to the questions we already have, but this has been bugging me since we found the ruins entrance at Selray. I wasn't sure before, but I definitely am now. There was no signs of anyone going through those ruins in a long time. That doesn't make sense. I know, but I'm completely confident that it's true. But here's a grave with Adel's name on it, so that proves he did come through here, right? If this wasn't his point of entry, then how did he get across the river? I cannot imagine any other route. It seems we are left with more questions than answers. Look at that! I mean, it's possible. I don't know. We have to hurry up and prevent our own death somehow. That's right, we went back in time. I mean, I don't know. It is called Memories. I mean, the game has always been called Memories, so it could be. Is that the same kind of bird we saw in Selray? I don't think it's a bird. It looks like one, but it's not flapping its wings. Well, it's not a bird, then what is it? It came from the deeper in the primeval lands, but beyond that I have no idea. Are you okay, Adel? No, he's dead. Like, were you paying attention?
One day, I intend for mankind to take to the skies. Just like this, on wings of their own creation.
It's Grandia 3 now.
Hold on.
What is it this time? Adel explained that he heard a voice in his head. I mean, it's not the most surprising thing Adel has probably said, and described what it said to him. What? That doesn't make any sense. You weren't kidding, Ozma. I've got nothing but questions swimming around in my head right about now. Come on, let's get going. I know isn't it exciting, but come on, let's get going. Okay, sure must be nice to be so young and spunky. We won't find any of the answers we need by standing around here. I agree, we should continue up the hill and try to find the people who attend to their graveyard. Who knows, maybe we'll mix it up and stand over there. Closer to the truth trophy. Am I closer, though? Am I really? Yeah, I don't know. I guess more people than just Victor Ireland are capable of making mistakes with transitions and translations. Soft fur. Okay, we've never had that. Is that amazing? A town this deep in the Great Forest? And not just that, but look at it. It looks like way more technologically advanced place ever than even Kaznan. What is that structure over there? The one surrounded by thunder clouds. I have to dodge 200 lightning bolts to get Adel's ultimate weapon. It's gonna suck. Seems like some kind of tower. Could that be? Yeah, I think it's safe to assume that's the one you marked in your notebook. I didn't think we would find it this quickly. It looks almost magical, like something out of a fairy tale or an old legend. I'm sure Remnos would be overjoyed if he could see it. Maybe he already has. Somehow I doubt that. I'd say it's high time we go in for a closer look, shall we? Anything of interest here? No. Okay, let's just keep going up. We can go up or down. Okay, treasure on that level. Shield tablet. Disappointingly, no new ores. So, Highland, this one can teleport us back to the plateau path. Underground ruins and okay, so it takes us back to the beginning of this one little section. Yeah, so it's basically the prototype version before they released the final version, like about 6 or 7 months later. There's a couple of things that they didn't finish, like enemies on the overworld, they don't chase you. They didn't program that part of the game in yet, except for the one creature you need to break the ice in the dragon cave. It also has a translation, but it's not the final translation. So the game is fully translated, but it's a different translation. It's less quirky. It's almost like they translated the game fully and then decided, what can we do to make the game more goofy? It also isn't Working Design's difficulty. They have the original difficulty, so it's almost like an unworked designs type of battle combat difficulty. It's interesting. And all of the voice acting still in Japanese, other than the opening song and from what I've seen online, the boat song. Those are both in English, but the opening song is a different rendition of Wings than the final version. I don't know if the boat song is a different rendition of the boat song than the final one. I just know that there's some footsteps missing with Alex's footsteps before Luna sings, but I don't know if there are any other changes. Yeah, so it's just a very different and all I've done is go through the White Dragon Cave. I don't know if there's any other changes yet. There may. It's one disc total, just like the Saturn version was just one disc, so I don't know if it has the whole game on it or not. There's also no saving. You can't the configuration menu that would allow you to save, there's no save option. So you'd have to save state if you play it on an emulator. So it's You have to play it off of real hardware. If you play it on real hardware, you'll never be able to save the game. You'd have to leave the PlayStation 1 on forever. Yeah, so, yeah, it's kind of a rough time. Incredible. This place is even more unbelievable up close. I wonder what kind of people live here. Hey, what are those twirly things over there? They're called windmills. The wind spins them around to generate energy. Ooh, wow, impressed you knew the answer, Durin. Very nice. Hey, they don't call me information dealer for nothing. Anyway. Based on our experiences so far, it seems safe to assume that Adel's caused some kind of trouble here, too. Heh. Ha ha ha. We might get chased around, we might get locked in the house somewhere for a while, who knows. Either way, we can't stand around forever, so let's just get this over with. Okay, tell me what I need to remember. It's me, Adel, what did I do? It wasn't me, it was someone else. You're... And here we go. Own up, Adel. What did you do this time? I said it once previously, but I don't know if I haven't repeated it again today. It's going to be Shining Force, Sword of Calcutta. No, I'm kidding. Sword of Hyjia, and that's going to be on the Game Gear. That's going to be the very next game I played. It's really going to be like my first strong installment into the Shining Force series. So I know Weird Pro Q is excited about that. So yeah, that's going to be coming up. Very excited about it. Haya. Oh, Haya. It's called Haya. Okay. I knew I was gonna probably. In case you've noticed, I'm terrible with names. I'm really, really bad with names. I didn't even say Weird Pro Q's name right for I don't know, the first year plus I knew them. So I'm terrible with names. Yes, now it's forced upon me. And you too can force games upon me for the low, low price of 15,000 blobber points. That will be raised, as I've discussed with other people. I'm going to be raising the price up pretty soon, probably back to 20,000. Initially, I lowered it to 15,000 because nobody was redeeming them. That has not been a problem. We have had about like 9 to 10 redeems this year. When I initially lowered it to 15,000, that was after I had a year with only 1 total redeem. So we've come a long way. We've got some avid people with a lot of fun tastes, getting me to play games I ordinarily wouldn't have played. Now everybody's redeeming. It's wonderful! Because first of all, that implies people have gotten 15,000 points amassed, which implies they're watching me, and they're enjoying the content I play. Hopefully, I hope. Maybe not all of it, but some of it, most of it maybe, I hope. Own up, Adel. What did you do this time? It's a ghost! Huh? Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm not quite at that point yet, but I probably will be doing that soon, and bringing it back at a later point. Certainly, if I go to the repeat idea, where I'm deciding which of the repeats I'm going to repeat, at that point I'd want to disable so that nobody would be like, "Oh, my game didn't win. Well, I'm going to snipe it in anyway." Yeah, that would be unfair. So I'd have to probably remove it at that point. What's going on here? It's Adel. He's come back to haunt us. Eek, this isn't your world any longer. Go back to sleep. Leave us be. I see, so it was the people of this town who dug that grave, Adel. They appear to be under the impression that you are in fact deceased. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I can't expect people to have their eyes glued to my stream like 24/7. That's why I read everything. I mean, I know I do things in the background sometimes while I have streams pulled open because I'm so busy all the damn time, so I get it. Adel, is that you? Who are you? Good face.
Oh, I see. You've lost your memories. Well then, let me introduce myself again. I'm Calcutta.
Oh, okay, so you're the person who this game is named after, sort of Calcutta. I got it. Memories of Calcutta, whatever your name is.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
My name is Adel.
Oh.
I know that, silly. You really are quite the troublemaker, you know. First you wander off outside the town without permission and disappear without a trace. And you show up here again with no memories. The nerve of some people, I swear. I like that you're an interesting person, but there are limits, you know. After a while, it just gets old. You're almost a full-grown adult, so you really need to start acting like one, okay? Wow, Adel, this kid doesn't mince words, does she? Oh, okay, no, I understand that, Weird Proki. That makes sense. And now I think that about covers the scolding, so if you would, please come with me. I'll show you to my home. Missing your memories? Here. Go through this memory past section and come back 40 minutes later. If it's like any other town, we're going to be here for like 40 minutes. While we figure out what's going on in the past. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aaron. I am the mayor of this town and Kalulika's grandfather. I must say it's amazing to see you alive, Adel. I had assumed I never would. I saw the grave. Before you returned, we were under the impression that you had died. It must have been quite a shock to see it, but think how we must feel to see you standing before us now. May I ask why you believed Adel to be dead? We found Adel's belongings near a waterfall in this area, but Adel himself was nowhere to be seen. We searched for days but could find no trace of him. We had little choice but to believe he had accidentally fallen in and drowned. Something tells me drowning is not too likely to be the way this one goes out. I can't even imagine how confusing this must all be for you. But in order to explain things adequately, I would be forced to detail a number of private matters regarding these lands, and I honestly cannot say how much I'm at liberty to discuss right now. Kalilika? Yes, grandfather? When Lisa returns from the rite of summoning, would you please ask her to come by? Is she returning today? Indeed, although it may be past nightfall by then. Either way, we'll need to consult with Lord Eldil for the Eldiel. Okay, on this matter. Yay! Until I have done so, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to remain here in our guest quarters. Can we look around outside? I don't think that would be wise, particularly after what happened last time you were here. So we're just be honest, old man. We're in prison, just like we've been in prison every other place we've gone to. Just tell us we're in prison. and your arrival has caused quite a commotion in town already. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I think it would be best if you stayed indoors for the night. We'll do what we can to make your stay a pleasant one. Kalilica, would you please show our guests to their quarters? Of course.
What'll you do?
Well, since arriving here, we've learned not much. I'm inclined to disagree. If this is where Adel's tracks end, there's a high probability this is where he lost his memories. It may not seem like much to go on, but it is a solid lead nonetheless.
Hey,
Did anyone else find Kalilica and the mayor's reactions to Adel's memory loss kind of weird? I mean, they didn't seem surprised at all. There's definitely something strange about this town. The technology here is pretty advanced too. They even got windmills and streetlights. What's a streetlight? Oh, right. They're little devices on sticks, basically that light up when it's nighttime. In big towns, you can have a bunch of them along the sides of a road. That's when night falls. Then when night falls, turn them on its brightest day. Wow, that's incredible. But you sure don't hear of too many towns that use them. Heck, you'd be hard-pressed to find one even in Rom. Honestly, this town might be more advanced than any place I've seen or heard about in the whole empire. Makes you wonder, what's a town like this do in the middle of the Great Forest? You managed to remember anything yet, Adel? Not yet. Yeah, I didn't think so. All we know about him is his name, however. Beyond that, we can only speculate. I think it'd be best for us to rest now and trust that our questions will be answered come morning. Sounds like a good idea to me. Is my phone over there? Okay, I thought I heard something buzzing, but it's not. Anya. Is it time for dinner? Freda, give me a break. After much tossing and turning, Adel finally gave up on trying to get to sleep. There was simply too much going on through his head. Yeah, I instinctively just checked my phone. I'm like, who would be texting me at this time of day? This is Kalilica's room. It would be rude to enter without permission. This is Aaron's room. It would be rude to enter without permission. It seems this door is a strange variety that can't be unlocked from inside. Yeah, that is pretty strange. The window isn't locked. It might be possible to slip out from here. Will we go outside? Yes. Am I gonna have to stealth section this? They are pretty cool streetlights. I don't even know if we need to go in there. I guess we'll try. A winged statue stands beyond the entrance. It looks similar to the statues in Casnia Mine in the underground ruins.
One day, I intend for mankind to take to the skies. Just like this, on wings of their own creation.
Where's their sword? I guess we didn't have one in our flashback? No wonder we lost our memories so easily. Now then, Adel, please wait here for now. I'll call for you when Lord Eldeal is ready to grant you an audience. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in the meantime. If you'll excuse me. For goodness sakes, I just finished cleaning. Hard to believe anyone can be this disorganized. A strange sphere slowly rotates in place. The pattern looks like a map, but built out of puzzle pieces. It appears to be some kind of telescope, though larger in size than any that are known, and with a very delicate-looking lens. Some kind of measuring instrument is laid down haphazardly next to it. Yes. Various antiques, documents, and maps are lined up here. They look like spoils from a rune raid. Apparently there are some preparations being made. It would be best to have a look around the room while waiting. Adel, please wait here until the preparations are complete. You may make yourself comfortable in the meantime. Did I miss? Oh. Various books piled upon one another here, all pertaining to the study of language, among them some writing in unrecognizable script. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some kind of ship. Judging by the fact that it has a cannon attached to it, it's likely a warship. Okay, now we're done. I'm terribly sorry to have kept you waiting, Ada. Lord Eldeal is expecting you on the balcony. Please come this way. You must be Adel Kristen. I was asking. I am. I imagine you were quite shocked to be brought here so suddenly.
One day, I intend for mankind to take to the skies, just like this, on wings of their own creation. However, now is not yet that time. The doors must be opened in the proper order.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Eldeal. I suppose you could say I'm the one who brings harmony to this world. The camera really could not handle going down that stairs very well. Like, very, very
Lisa.
jittery. Excuse me, Lisa. Yeah, he only have one line. He does, but this is where we remember it all from. Excuse me, Lisa. Stare. I'm sorry for the mess. I'll tidy the room again later. If you wish to talk to Adel here, I'll take my leave
I
now.
am sorry.
Thank you. I'm sorry, my wings just keep knocking stuff over. What do you want me to do? Now, Adel, all of these books and blueprints you see before you, they all depict things that I plan to have someone invent one day. Plan to have someone invent? Indeed, one day someone will invent each of the inventions you see before you. Construction, arts, medicine, weaponry. All kinds of knowledge from every field of study are gathered here for the express purpose of gifting to mankind one day. And by bestowing this knowledge, I have worked to maintain balance and harmony into the world throughout its history. Perhaps, throughout its history, sounds like the work of a god. There are many in Highland who regard me as one. I've been carrying out this process for hundreds of years now, treating it as my sacred duty. When a land struggled with floods, I gave its people the knowledge to build floodgates and improve irrigation. In one age, a violent plague spread across the land, and it prompted the development of a cure. As for a recent example, do you see the blueprint spread out over there? Where? I'm sorry, I have a habit of being a little untidy. I thought it was sweatshop because we were an idiot, and like it was like right there, but no, it's because it's buried under trash. I believe there's some blueprints of a boat on this table. The armies of the Roman Empire and the Principality of Altego have long been butting heads, as I'm sure you know. At one point, Altego seemed to be at a disadvantage, but now the two forces are at an even match for one another. The reason for the sudden equalization? An exceptionally fast warship the Altasians happened to invent in the nick of time. I want to ride on one, please. And these are its blueprints? Indeed, very perceptive of you. That is precisely what these are. The countries have been at odds for so long, it would create an imbalance were one to fall under the other's flag. If Roman were to annex Altego, the number of problems for both nations would increase considerably. It simply would not be wise to let the war end quite so easily. Yes, it makes much more sense for the war to drag on longer, I guess. I don't know. Much like the relationships between people, resolutions can sometimes lead to problems all their own. Altego is a particularly complex region and is generally best left to its own devices, but exceptions must be made.
Are you unable to sleep? I'm so happy you're alive, Adol. Do you remember my name?
Lilia? No, it's Lisa.
My!
Oh, so you do remember me then. That makes me very happy. Would you like to talk for a while, Adel? I see, so your memories of me only just returned a moment ago? What a wonderful coincidence. If you don't mind me asking, how much do you remember about Lord Eldeal? Yeah, I mean, I can't remember how they say his name correctly, so I keep saying it wrong. So, and I've stuck with it for so long, I have to just keep doing it. Only our first meeting. Really now, that's most impressive. If your memory has recovered that much, then perhaps you've already realized this, but Lord Eldeal personally chose you and summoned you to this land. He intended to impart upon you the knowledge of the tower. Have I ever said any name correctly ever? I don't know if I ever have. Have I ever said my name correctly? I don't know. It's debatable to some people. Unfortunately, you vanquished before you could receive it. And I'm afraid I don't know what specific knowledge Lord Eldeal intended to impart. I feel I should also disclose to you the truth regarding your memories, or at least some of them. The area surrounding the sanctuary is protected by a special kind of barrier. When outsiders leave, they forget everything that happened here. It's as if they never came. Is that how I lost my memories? Most likely, yes. I believe the barrier did what it was supposed to do when you left the area. I do apologize. The barrier is in place to prevent this town and Lord Eldeal from becoming discovered by the world. So, that must be why he throws the paper airplane things. I guess to kind of go through the barrier. However, you should only have lost your memories of Highland and its environs, nothing more. But I lost all my memories. I'm sorry, I really have no idea what could have caused that to occur. I've also never heard of anyone regaining their memories of Highland upon returning either. It may be some time before he can grant an audience with you, but I'm certain you'll be able to speak with Lord Eldeal again. However, it's late, and you'll need your rest. I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm just so relieved to learn that you're alive. Oh, and Adel, if you remember anything else about Lord Eldeal, I'm sorry, it's nothing. Good night to you. It's probably as she said. Sorry, Adel, can you explain that again from the beginning? I doubt repeating the explanation will make its contents any easier to understand, and I must confess it is most difficult to believe such a tale could possibly be true. So basically, this Eldeal guy is like some kind of god that gives people knowledge? We've seen some strange things on our journey so far, but this is pushing it. There's one point I would like to be clarified. You said that upon leaving this area you forget everything that happened here, correct? Surely that would mean forgetting the knowledge you were given as well, no? Yeah, that's a good point, so go on. Kalilika, or whatever your name is, what's up with that? That's no way to ask someone a question. Ha, well, I'm older than you, so there. You certainly wouldn't be able to tell from how you talk. You're like a spoiled child. The idea that you should respect your elders because of their age is so outdated. Respect is earned through maturity. And people like you don't become mature as they get older. They just turn into grumpy old farts. What? I think Kalilika wins this one. But it's true that the people who receive knowledge forget coming here. Yeah, I thought they said it the other way in the other games as well, so I don't know. But they said this game is the canonical version of 4, so maybe this is the canonical pronunciation. I don't know. However, the knowledge imparted by Lord Eldeal remains within the mind, resurfacing one day as inspiration. Inspiration? What do you mean? I believe she is stating that the knowledge a person is given resurfaces during his daily life, as if it was his own thought. Is that correct? Ooh, clap, clap, clap. It's good to see the rest of you actually have measurable intelligence, unlike a certain someone here. A pretty fancy system you've got going here, though. So if people remember the knowledge they've been given as if they thought of it themselves, does that mean that everyone who's ever invented something great has been here before? Naturally not everyone, but that is true for certain people and certain inventions, yes. Unbelievable. So, can we actually go outside now? You may. Lisa explained everything to the people of this town, so there should be no further problems. Okay, Adel. I don't know about you, but those are the words that I've been dying to hear. Time to go snoop around town. Indubitably. I can't wait. I'll pick. Well, don't get too carried away. Gotta be careful not to overlook anything that might help you get your memories back. That's our top priority, remember? Something wrong? Oh, nothing. You just sometimes don't seem like you're all there. Then it's like you say the perfect thing. Weird. King Bradley. Yes. Full Metal Alchemist. Really? I mean, I am a reputed information dealer and all that. I absorb everything around me, and hey. Calcutta, I would like to entrust you as their guide. Please show them everything this town had to offer. Okay. However, Adel, I must warn you of one thing. Do not under any circumstances leave the town through the north exit by yourselves. The north exit, is that the direction of that enormous tower? The tower is where Lord Eldeal lives. It's also where Adel met Lord Eldeal when he last came here. However, it's surrounded by an area called the Sanctuary of Storms. If you enter there without permission, you'll be fried by lightning before you know it, so don't say we didn't warn you. Okay, that does seem like a pretty good incentive to keep our distance to me. That's our cue, Adel. Let's check this place out. Alright, and we will momentarily. Number 1, save. Number 2, it's time for a regularly scheduled stretch break. I am going to replenish my water supply, and I'm going to go ahead and hydrate the rest of you. So I will be right back.
Come on, let's get going.
I can't wait to see what lies ahead. Oh boy. Our adventure's only just beginning.
Alright, I am back. So, you. Is she? Oh, she's a guest character. Gotcha. Any new equipment? This house seems to be empty. This is Lisa's house, but Lisa is out most of the time, so it's usually empty. What about her family? She lives on her own. Both of her parents passed away the year I was born. Oh. And that's pretty much all there is to see of Lisa's house. Let's move on, shall we? I had to know if that really was all that we could see out of it. So, first things first, shop time. Exchange. Oh, hold on, there's materials we can also exchange. We have 999 brittle bones. Like, we have no choice but to start dumping some of these off. Let's just get out of here. Okay, so that's that. Plant materials. We also have way too many rotting leaves. We can buy weapons here. We have a claymore, which is much better. I could build a house. That's true. I really could. Prism mace. A character that we don't have yet. I mean, we're gonna get them here. I'm gonna buy the claymore. The gauntlet. Feather knives. Trident. Armor. Male only. Strength 4. I'm not really worried about the strength bonus. Yeah, the strength bonus, it doesn't matter. I'd rather have the defense, quite honestly. I feel like you're going to notice an extra 15 defense over the 2 strength you're going to get. This is universal armor. We'll buy 4. Okay, do we have an upgrade shop? How do the deal with models about doesn't seem to reach the battlefield? Quest board. We don't have access to the quest yet. That'll probably be later. This might be the place we need to go to upgrade our weapons. Is this some kind of shop? Well, technically yes, this is Philemon's workshop, and the staff here is responsible for all the machinery in Highland. Machinery? Oh, you aren't familiar with machines? Well, Karna and Ozma are from the forest and live off the land, so they've never seen machines like the ones here before. You have seen them then, I assume? Yeah, machines are, complicated contraption things that do stuff, in a nutshell. I see. That your explanation was no help at all. And there you have it. It's a shame your brain isn't as big as your body. You'd be quite the genius. Oh, come on now. Give me a break. Hey, you big guy over there. You're blocking the entrance. If you want to talk, move over and stop getting in the way of other customers. Why am I the only one who gets told off? It's nice to see you all. And it's particularly good to see you alive, Adel. We were discussing how this workshop is responsible for all of the machinery in Highland. Does that mean those windmills outside were created here as well? That's right, I was responsible for designing them, in fact. Thanks to the knowledge I received from Lord Eldil, anyway. Though all of the wisdom I was given has also been given to someone else as well. I see. I still don't really get it. But I can tell you're an amazing person, at least. But of course, you're a perceptive one, young lady. Don't get cocky, old man. Are all the girls in Highland like this? I thought it was just Kalilica, but this one seems like a handful too. Well, Tamale is Philemon's successor, so she's not exactly a run-of-the-mill girl. Indeed, you may now bow before me. Yeah, everyone does hate him. It's pretty funny. So, equipment. Let's do it. Upgrade. Please enjoy looking around the town. You might find something that will help you gain one of your memories. Don't be afraid to look around as much as you like. Hope you find something to trigger my memory. I hope so too. Why was this house different colored if you do not shop anything? It's orange. Like, aren't you glad you can upgrade here? But no, it's not. You can't do anything. So I maybe have to go to a different town to be able to do that then. It does seem a little bit silly that it doesn't let me upgrade. So all that means is that I'll have weaponry that I can't upgrade status-wise. We're just gonna give it another flower. Oh, we have, it's the golden Pipig thing. Basically, it's like this game's metal slime. Soon? I thought it was at... Do you mean like in 5 minutes? I thought it was in an hour and 5 minutes.
Our adventure's only just beginning.
Oh, shoot. Okay, well, yeah, Golden Topic. Okay, well, I guess my understanding was a little bit off. I'm glad I started early all the same. Well, if we're starting this early, I'm gonna have to hop back online when we're done, because I'm kind of stuck in town and I can't really do anything. So, currently raising red livestock. Feel free to visit her anytime. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get ready to get off stream then. I'm sorry, I thought I had another hour. I didn't realize she meant 7 Eastern. So that's my... Yeah, I knew it changed, but... Okay, it used to be at 8 that we would normally do this, 8 my time. So I was thinking an hour earlier. I didn't realize it was 2 hours earlier than we normally stream Boys Over Flowers. So, okay, I'll hop off. Okay, I wouldn't have gone this deep if I knew we had another, we were going to be ending this early. Yeah, so I'll probably hop back online right after and get myself unstuck. Yeah, so no worries. No worries. We're in a perfect place to stop right now. I'll be back on tonight. Thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see everybody probably just a little bit later then.
We should get going. Our adventure's only just beginning.
Everybody's so chatty. They love their adventure. All right. Thank you.